Thank you very much. It's good to be here, I have to say.
How long since you've been back to Australia?
Look, I'm lucky. My wife is Australian as well, and we make an effort to come home every year, really. This year a little bit longer because we've got a baby boy, so the family wants to meet him, and we're making a nice holiday out of it.
Congratulations on the birth of Harry earlier this year. How are you enjoying fatherhood?
It's great. It's amazing. It changes your life, and I think we're lucky. He's a really good baby, so he makes it pretty easy.
Now, being back in Australia off a big season in the Northern Hemisphere, for you, what were some of the better performances and highlights?
Look, to be honest, I've been asked this question a lot, and I'm answering, look, I had a baby boy this year. That was the highlight of my year. The horses, you know, we had a good year. The horses are in good shape, but had a few silly things go wrong this year, which can happen. And I'm really looking forward to 2018, if I'm honest.
And it's a big year, 2018, because it plays host to the World Equestrian Games in Tryon in the US. How are your plans and preparations going?
Yes, so I believe it'll be a wonderful WEG. I think that the committee there are going to do an excellent job of it. I'm hoping to be lucky enough to be selected. I truly hope I am. I have some good horses coming through. Our high performance program is in really good shape. You know, we're well led by Chris Webb, and I think we're really strong. So I truly hope we can be on the podium once again at Tryon.
So between now and next September, take us through generally what your schedule will be in preparation for that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some of my owners get frustrated with me for not doing it earlier, but I don't like to plan too far in advance because with horses things change. But in January, early January, we sit down and make programs for the horses, and we look at where we're going to go, and we work backwards from there. So it's a busy time, but hopefully I should have something at Badminton and Samoa and a few big events around the world. We are thinking about going to the States this year, which will be very exciting for us. And I think it should be a good year. I'm looking forward to it, like I say.
Interesting, you mentioned going to the States in the lead up. That would be most important, I'm sure, just to get a feel for that environment in general.
Yes, and that is important for some people. I can't say it's that important for me. I'm going to do the ERM series, which I'm a big advocate of, and also it's just so nice that I've finally gotten to the stage in my career where I am surrounded by these very supportive owners and sponsors that can help me achieve my dreams of competing all around the world.
At this stage, what's your number one likely WEG mount?
Well, that's a tough question. I'm afraid I'm far too PC to answer that truthfully. Yeah, look, what we do is we try to make ourselves as strong as we can, and we all know in the past that just having one top horse sometimes can't be enough, sadly, in this sport. So we try to have more than one, and I aim to have a handful, hopefully 3 or 4, that could be in contention for WEG. But what happens is the horse sort of puts their hand up in that year, I think, in this next 6 months, and they put their hoof up in the air and say, this is the one I think should go.
Yeah. What's your experience of the past at WEGs?
So my first international and representing Australia individually was at the World Equestrian Games in Kentucky, and that was a truly amazing event. Mikey S course that we all thought was incredible. It was the biggest thing I'd ever seen in my life, and I don't think I performed to my best there because I was a little bit starstruck and awestruck. So, and then I was fortunate enough to be selected to go to Normandy as well, and the World Equestrian Games is a really great thing, and I hope they can keep it going. Normandy didn't go quite our way. And as much as our high performance manager doesn't like to hear the word bad luck, we had bad luck because the horse got colic, you know, and that was really unfortunate. So just one of those things with horses.
What's the difference between riding at a World Equestrian Games and an Olympics? They hold a different sense of prestige and honour, don't they?
I guess so for some people. For me, it's very exciting if you're lucky enough to put on the green and gold. You know, I always take it very seriously, and it's a real sense of pride if you're lucky enough to be selected to represent your team, but it's a huge responsibility. What's interesting about 2020 is they've actually gone ahead and made it 3 riders only, and each score to count. So This has put a big change, a huge change in the dynamics of our sport, and it'll be interesting to see the outcome.
What would it mean to win at WEG?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to be the world champion. As you know, there's people all over the world about this time of year hoping they'll also be world champions. So all I can do is do my best and hopefully go that well on the day.